As you will know if you're a long-time viewer, at the moment everything on this channel is AMC related. It's a stock that I really like and it's a movement that I really do agree with, but we like to cover all different subcategories within the main AMC heading. We do theory, we do the DD, and we do analysis. Now this one is more of a theory related video. I'm giving you some of my personal opinions on what we are seeing, especially in the pre-market sessions for AMC, both today, but yesterday, and actually in the past week, because I think what we're seeing now in pre-market is a lot different to what we've been previously seeing. And I think there is also a lot that can be read into this, and a lot that we should kind of take notes on. Now, of course, before we do dive in, like I just said, this is theory, it's my personal idea, nothing more. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions, as you may disagree. And of course, this is not guaranteed to be fact, as it is only my personal beliefs. And again, you may have a different one. But if you do enjoy it here, do subscribe, because like I said, it's mainly AMC related. We do facts, we do DD, we do analysis and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, this one we're going to be diving straight in and having a look at that pre-market session. So we're going to highlight today's pre-market, but like I said, this is not exclusive to today. I've been seeing it especially in the past week, but really I think it is something that gives us a deeper understanding of what's going on. Now, when I talk about this, what I mean is, it is kind of like a new tactic in my opinion, because what we're seeing today is coming back a little bit, but we saw it yesterday and we've seen it previously. We're seeing these massive drops in the post hours / pre hours, mainly the pre-market hours, and it's bringing AMC to a lower point than where it finished off. Now, obviously, when you go over to the chart for AMC, we'll use this one for example type in AMC. You can see the points where it's gapped up and down, especially when we come out to 1 day, so 1 month, and we can highlight these 1 day candles. You guys can see the points where it has been stepping down. I'll just zoom out to the 1 day candle and you will see that very clearly. So yeah, you can see points where it's obviously been stepping down on a day by day basis, and I think what this can do when it does happen, again, it doesn't happen every single day, but I think on the days that it can happen and does happen, what this does is, like for example here, it gives a real mental disorientation, if you will, because what we see is that we see this big jump from the close of the previous day into the new day, and this obviously does give us some mental, a bit of a mental setback at times, especially for some people who are relatively new to both investing but also to the AMC movement, because I hate to say it, guys, but some investors out there in the AMC movement, are not the most clued up, if you will, on the DD that they need to know. And some do not even know about the pre-market and the post-market. And this is why it's a real strength to make sure you are educating yourself during the movement, because there's a lot that you can learn about AMC here, but also about the markets which you can take on to educate yourself afterwards. And that's why we like to cover the DD on this channel. But going back to the point I'm trying to make, I'm watching the pre-market sessions more and more because I do think it is a new tactic, because like I've said before, the DD is done as far as the fundamentals are concerned, so you cannot get us to sell based on a fundamentally weak company. It's just not going to work anymore. So then where do you have to go? You have the price action. That's probably your next best bet, and I think we're seeing a lot of tricks in the price action. More and more, we're seeing the price being stepped down over the past 6 months, so it looks like a legitimate drop. On top of that, you will know, like I was saying, we're seeing these periods where we're seeing these steep drops in the post / pre hours. We're seeing the options continuously being taken out of the money, etc., etc. And it puts us in a position where some of us who may not know, or some of us who may just get surprised when the market does open, feel a bit disheartened and a bit upset that the price of AMC has dropped all of a sudden. And like I said, it can, not always, but for some, it can give that mental disheartening that gets people a bit upset. So once more, the best thing we can do is educate ourselves. We know where we are with the AMC movement, and for the most part, the price does not matter, because this is not a fundamental play necessarily. I mean, for some people it is. I think at the current price range, it could be a fundamental play. Some people who want to get in for the fundamentals, I think, yeah, the fundamentals should be valued above the price we are currently sat at. But on top of that, what I'm trying to say is, if it is a squeeze play, as it is for most people, including myself, that doesn't matter too much. The price action doesn't matter too much. The fundamentals for the squeeze have not changed. We're going to be covering those in a bit in another video, but I thought this one really was one worth bringing to the attention of most, because when we think about it, it puts us in a place, or it can put some of us in a place where we do wonder what's going on with the price action, and some may get a bit upset. So It doesn't mean too much, especially when we look at the volume figures that we're seeing for the before hours. It's not too significant. I mean, today we're seeing about 475k. But do remember as well, most retail investors, I would say, do not have the ability to trade in the pre/post hours, and that is why the pre/post hours matter less than the usual trading day. But yes, it can seem a bit disheartening. I mean, especially when we come back to the session that we were in this morning. Yes, it is coming to an end right now, but let's have a look at the lows that we hit in this pre-market. We were seeing a low price down here of, if we can highlight it, about 14.50. Now let's go and have a look at the price that we closed at. We closed at about, if it will allow me to refresh a page for the latest figures, so we closed at 14.52. It's not the biggest decrease in the world, but yes, it is a drop. And again, it does do something to some people psychologically. And yes, we are starting to rebound from that a little bit, but this is just today. In different days, we've seen it drop more than this, and other days we've seen it rise. But yeah, the pre/post hours is something which can get a lot of people kind of worked up if they do not know what they're looking at. So make sure you understand how these hours work, because I do think this is something which they can and probably will and possibly are already using as a tactic to scare people. Do you guys agree? Do you disagree? Again, it's only my opinion. I may be wrong. It's just what I believe. If you have a different opinion, I want to hear it down below. Do drop me a comment, please. I'll see you in a bit for the next episode. So, goodbye. So thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.